Caption: do you think the person who made this poster was for or against the ERA? Caption: college campuses across Wisconsin protested the war in Asia. The protesters called for peace. The women's movement. Women also fought for equal rights during this time. Groups of women joined together to try to get women's wages equal to men's, make it so companies could not give some jobs only to men, and elect more women to government offices. Many people wanted to pass the Equal Rights Amendment, or ERA. They said it would give women equal rights under the law. Other men and women did not like the ERA. They worried that women would have to fight in wars with men. They thought it was better for families when women stayed home and took care of their homes and children. The vote was close, but not enough states voted to add the ERA to the Constitution. Other wars. Since the end of World War II, people from Wisconsin have fought in other wars. These wars have included the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Persian Gulf War, and the war in Iraq, and it's not here, but all of the wars since this time. The Vietnam War was the longest war our country has ever fought. It lasted over 10 years. American troops went overseas to fight in Vietnam. They tried to keep the communists from taking over the government. Communism is a form of government in which people cannot own property or choose where they will live. They do not get to vote for their leaders. They can't choose a religion. They don't have the freedoms that we have. The Vietnam War was the most unpopular war in American history. Many people protested against the Vietnam War. Other Americans thought it was important to stop communism from spreading to other countries. If you have time, take a look at what do you think? Do you think Americans should help other countries fight their wars, or should we fight only to protect our country? Ask adults you know what they think, as well as this activity, searching for answers, your own interview. Wisconsin's people today. People in Wisconsin celebrated the beginning of the 21st century with fireworks and parties. They looked back at the history of our state and the world. They also looked forward to our future. Each of us is a part of history. We are all important to our family, state, and country. When you clean up your neighborhood, you help protect our environment. When you collect food for people who are hungry, you are helping to solve the problem of poverty. When you welcome someone from a different place, you are making the American dream real. Who you are and what you do today is the history of tomorrow. If you have time, take a look at Who Are We? And these questions 1 through 8, as well as the Lesson 2 Memory Master questions 1 through 5. What's the point? The 20th century was a time of great change. There were good times and bad times. People struggled to overcome the Great Depression. There were many wars that changed people's lives all over the world. African Americans and women fought for equality. The struggles of the last century have continued into the 21st century. Americans and people around the world continue to solve problems to make our world a better place. When done, if you have time, take a look at the Chapter 9 review questions 1 through 10, as well as the geography tie-in activity. Thank you for joining us for Chapter 9. This now concludes our readings.